And welcome back. It's time again for Joy's Book Club. Please welcome Gay Wilson from the Springfield Greene County Library. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
All right. I know a lot of people have had a little more time at home, and they've probably, hopefully, done a little bit more reading. You brought a couple of really good titles for us. First of all, Kelly Rimmer's The Things We Cannot Say. Let's start there. What's that about?
It is actually two stories within one story. And the first story is about a young woman living in Nazi-occupied Poland, and her fiance, and what they go through during that time period. And then the other story in there is a modern-day housewife, and she's dealing with all the things that housewives deal with. She's raising a teenager and has an autistic son. And her grandmother is dying, and her grandmother asks her to go to Poland and to do some research for her. And what she finds out is this 80-year-old mystery, or a secret that that the grandmother had. And it's a great story. It's sad, it's romantic, it's talks a lot about family and resilience. It's a really good story.
Interesting story. Is it a real deep book?
Yes,
sounds like it's
a little
heavy,
bit.
Maybe. Yeah.
And interestingly, the author, she was inspired by her own family history. So.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
So do your research. You never know, what mysteries there may be in your family.
You never know. You may find things you had no idea, and you may find things you wish you would not have ever looked and found. All right, you've got another one for us by Charles Portis, born and raised in Arkansas. You've heard of this one, True Grit. All right, you brought True Grit because Charles Portis passed away back in February.
And and what better way to honor him than to read his stories? And of course, this one is a masterpiece. It's one of his better known stories, and it is told from the. If you've seen the movies, it's close, but there's so much more in this book. It's told from the 14-year-old Maddie Ross's, and it's the story of her going on a mission, going to avenge her father's death.
Right.
So she travels from Yell County, Arkansas to Fort Smith, and she hires a marshal, Rooster Cogburn, to help her to find the man that killed her father. And
so there's more to the book than in the movie?
Yes, there is. There's a little bit more. Rooster Cogburn is also a little bit younger than what he's portrayed in the movies, but the diction and the story are just magical. And it's one of those books you could read over and over again, and then also read aloud. It is a real treasure.
Speaking of read aloud, you also brought the audiobook, which, by the way, there are all sorts of audiobooks you can get at the library. You can get downloads and things like that. So the audiobook has to be fun to listen to.
Yes, it really is. And I would highly recommend listening to the audiobook. Also, we have online, you can access the movie. Of course, you can check out the movies, but even through Hoopla, you can check out the music for both movies, and you have all kinds of choices on how you want to access this particular title.
Right, which is something you need to remember because, with your library card number and your membership, you have access to all sorts of things. And you mentioned finding things with your family. I know you have a very rich genealogy. You can go in and search through Ancestry and do all sorts of things at the library besides check out books that don't cost you anything. I mean, what's better than that?
It is.
Yeah.
And if you have a library card, it takes probably a minute to sign up to check out materials online, and you have them instantaneously.
All right, very good. Thank you for the selections, Gay Wilson from the Springfield Greene County Library. All right, up next, time to check back with Tom, who has the best view in town. See what I mean? From the Hotel Vandervoort. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back before you know it.